You're listening to Money Talk Radio South Florida, and I'm still Ellis Martin. Join me now as we continue at the Minds and Money Miami conference with my friend Victor Cantore. Victor is the CEO and president of AMX Exploration, a great high-grade gold play in Quebec, Canada. AMX trades on the TSX Venture Exchange as AMX, and here in the U.S. on the OTC as AMXEF. AMX is trading today at approximately $1.11 a share. AMX Exploration is a junior gold mining exploration company, the primary objective of which is to acquire, explore, and develop viable gold projects in the mining-friendly jurisdiction of Quebec. That's in Canada. AMX has made significant gold discoveries on its 100% owned high-grade Perron Gold Project located again in Quebec, Canada. The project is well serviced by existing infrastructure on a year-round road 10 minutes from an airport. Furthermore, the project is in close proximity to a number of major gold producers' milling operations. It hosts both bulk tonnage and a high-grade gold-style mineralization. Since January 2019, AMX has intersected significant gold mineralization in multiple gold zones and discovered copper-rich VMS zones. Victor Cantore here at Minds and Money Miami. Thank you so much for joining me today on the program. It's always great to see you wherever I'm at in the world and you're there.
It's great to see you here. I always love coming to your program.
I'm potentially looking at the best company in the gold sector right now. You have recent drilling intercepts of 102.07 grams per ton of gold over 6.10 meters. And that's not all. Tell us all about the Perron project.
Absolutely. So if we talk about jurisdiction, we're in the province of Quebec. We're in Canada, one of the best jurisdictions around. Then if I look at the location, which is very important, it's about 7.5 hour drive from either Montreal or Toronto. You have water, you have electricity, you have the population that you need. That means the labor force that you need. Great community. It's actually a former mining town that's looking for a mine now. So we're there and we're ready to supply it all.
And you've drilled already over 400,000 meters, haven't you?
Over 400,000 meters, and we've barely scratched the surface.
You've got a very large exploration program anyway. It's one of Canada's largest. Tell us about that.
Yes, at the project, you're looking around 4 kilometers of over 20 kilometers of prolific faults. The resource that's going to be coming out shortly, sometime in the end of the first quarter, is where we're going to be reporting our initial resource. And after that, we're doing an extensive drill program to cover the rest of the faults. So we're actually going to be going in 2 prongs right now. We're talking about going on development. What it means for us for development is putting out the economic study, the resource first, and definitely on the environmental side. But at the same time, we're going to be pursuing an aggressive exploration program.
I understand that Eldorado Gold is a strategic shareholder of AMX. What brought them in?
They had access to the data room like all the other mid-tiers and the other companies. I guess for us, it was credibility on the work that we've done. They've really liked the project. We've met them last year and they did intensive work.
So actually, there's potentially, and these are my words, they're not anyone else's words, some great upside when you're trading at about $1.10 US. With this kind of grade and this kind of support that you have and all the work that you've done, even in a market that's challenged like we all know that we're in right now, if you're looking for a company that is involved in gold and you've got some copper resource, but primarily gold, and you're passionate about the metal, AMX looks like a good potential investment like it did a couple of years ago when we covered your company.
Absolutely. So we have 114 million shares out right now. We just did that financing with Eldorado. So they put in $15 million. For us on the front end, it's ended up being $26.65 million at $2.35. That's going to be going mostly into exploration.
And what does the exploration program look like for the next 12 months?
We're fully funded for a full exploration program for the next 2 years. We're going to probably be doing around 50 to 60,000 meters this year and 50 to 60,000 meters in 2025.
Now, you've been at this conference. What is the sentiment like with the investors that you've met with?
The sentiment for us has been very good. There's a lot of investors that are looking forward to more results coming out. Like just recently, too, we had in the Gratien zone, these results are not going to be included in the resource calculation that's going to be coming out. We had some recent results of 29 grams per ton over 3.5 meters. There was another one just below that one that was about a half an ounce, 18 grams per ton, also a little over 3 meters. So it's exciting because we're going to come out with a resource, but there's still a lot of blue sky. So the resource is just going to continue growing.
I was looking over your deck here, and I see some very interesting information about the QF VMS copper discovery in that zone. Tell us about it, Victor.
This is a copper-rich VMS mine that's about 4 kilometers from us. And where are you going to find one VMS deposit? There's usually not one. There's going to be many of them. We haven't been really exploring for it. We didn't want to confuse the story. We really kept it, we're a gold story, but we did drill a few holes in there, and there's a lot of similarities to the former mine, 2% copper. What's great about this project, there's the Horn smelter, which is only an hour and a half away. So I don't need to find a big deposit, even though I do believe there's going to be a big deposit in our, the VMS. We have not explored that area at all. So an hour and a half away, you can actually just deliver the copper-rich VMS.
And I think in this particular market with the critical mineral being copper, that you really can't ignore that. You've got to put that smelter to work, right?
Oh, absolutely. We can't ignore it. We've had some significant results there from the past. But like I said, again, after 400,000 meters of drilling, I really wanted to bring out a resource with a really robust economic study. We have a team that's going to be dedicated to exploration, and definitely exploration that's going to include finding other VMS zones to make it much richer.
Let's do a little bit of a deeper dive. Tell us about the metallurgy.
The metallurgy is really amazing. Total recovery is 99+%. It's really free gold. When you just with gravity, the lowest number that we got was 75%. And once you float it, you're at 99+%. That was for the high grade zone. Look forward to the results that are going to be coming also on the metallurgy for all the other zones. So all the other zones that are going to be included into the resource and the economic study, we're going to get the results of the metallurgy, and we'll see what they come in at, but they shouldn't be much different. The only thing is that when you're already at 99 plus, you've set yourself a really high bar. So we're hoping we can come at that number or around that number.
Audience, if you're looking for a gold story, this is the gold story. AMX Exploration trading on the TSX Venture under the symbol AMX, and in the U.S. on the QX, OTCQX, AMXEF. Victor Cantore, my friend, thank you so much for joining me today on the program at Mines and Money Miami.
Thanks a lot for having me.
I've been chatting with Victor Cantore, the president and CEO of AMX Exploration, trading as AMX on the TSX Venture Exchange and AMXEF in the U.S. on the OTC. Head to the company's website, amexexploration.com. From Miami's Mines and Money Conference, I'm Ellis Martin, and this is South Florida's Money Talk Radio.